Oh, and we're live.
Yo, guys.
What's up? What's up? As you might know, we are Divinez, hot producers from the south of the Netherlands. I'm Robin.
I'm Swiel.
Yeah, and today we're going to make some raw hot stuff from scratch. We prepared some kicks already from the new Rawstyle sample pack, which just released by On Point Samples.
Yeah, and we already also made some melodies, so we can use it to build the whole track.
So we take around an hour, maybe for some, just to see what we can make in an hour, and then we'll see maybe some feedback if you guys want to send some tracks in. That's also good.
And if you have some other questions, please ask them.
Just put them in the chat, and we'll try to answer them. Okay, guys. First, we'll scroll to some melodies we made before, see if we can find something cool. See if we can find something. See. Cool.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Wasn't here. Let's G.
100. I think it has some nice way.
Yeah, sure. Oh. Puts in a Reese base. Checking if the stream is okay. Yeah, I think we'll decide on this melody. Let's see if we can make something cool with this.
Yeah, we also made some gigs on the same key, right?
Yeah, it's G sharp. You can find some cool presets in the sample pack. Get some chords in here. Yeah, well, it's fine to a mixer channel already prepared earlier with some effects on it to make the lead a bit more poppy. Let's check. Just some simple OTT, some compression, some EQing. Nothing special. Maybe also a cool trick for you, if you have some chords, just duplicate them and lower them an octave. This usually can increase a bit the power of the chords, if the lead allows it. Let's see if you can find a cool top layer. Try to find some nice resonating top layer. Go for some layering. Also use Viper. Oh. No, I assigned a preset to the wrong serum, so that's why. We always try to make to do some, or at least use some melodies on our tracks. That's I think also a bit of our signature sounds. Just have some very raw kicks, but also some yeah, really melodic breaks and drops.
Yeah, just like we did with live, for example, over lights. All the two tracks pretty euphoria melody, but the drops are very tough, in my opinion.
We'll come to that later on, so just keep patient. Those guys, remember, less is more. Don't try to fill in your layers with like 10 different synths. If you have your processing right and you use the right layers, you can make some pretty okay leads with not that many different layers. As you can see, this is currently only 2 layers. We can even add a second one just to as like a soul lead on top. Which really makes it a bit more fat. What's up, Paul? Thanks for tuning in.
We can start with like a build up.
Yeah.
Which that's pretty good for the bases now.
Mm.
And now we can work onto the intro, for example.
Yo, Matsku.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's some standard FX we always use. Then remember, always use the atmosphere symbols. Oh. Yeah, cool. Let's start with the build up, I think. Maybe if we can have something cool in here. See if you can find something cool. So put the Reese bass in the build up to maintain a bit of the feeling of the track. And then in the second half of the build up we usually keep the root notes to build some tension. See if you kind of run it at 150 BPM, so we'll stretch it to 158 because that's the tempo we're currently working in. Oh, always remember, guys, use FX. This is like the secret to fill in your tracks. If you lack in FX, your track can sound very dull and empty. So I always try to fill up your build-ups, your drops with crashes, white noise. Use rides, use sweeps. It will improve your overall sound so much. That's always what a lot of mostly beginners forget is that they need to fill in the track a bit more. They use their standard sounds, their melodies, their kicks, and their build-ups, but it doesn't really grab the attention because it's sounding pretty empty. And with some minor FX like sweeps, white noise, stuff like that, you can make it sound yeah way more full, which also makes it sound a bit more
Complete.
yeah complete better. That's often what some guys miss in their tracks. So yeah. If you can find some cool snares.
Like drum and bass snares, for example.
Maybe we can find something different on the other packs as well. Heard from it in the past, but never really bothered trying. I think I'm also already working in Fruity Loops for over 10 years, so yeah. Oh, it's Joey Plagagasam. Have a good one, bro. See if you can find some drums. We'll use a standard snares, like for example from the Atmosphere pack, like the standard snare you'll probably have heard in 1,000 different tracks.
Did you guys already talk about lead layering? Yes, we did. But you can show something.
Yeah, what I said earlier, don't try to overcompensate with too many layers. So in a case like this, if you check in here, we are currently using 2 top layers and 1 chord lead and some Reese bass for the low end, and I think we already have a pretty decent lead. I think for in the basic that's already more than enough. So don't try to fill in your lead with layers and layers and layers because it only makes it worse instead of better. So always the key is less is more. Only try to add something where it needs. So if your lead misses some mid tones, try to add a layer which has more how do you say it, like a more expressive mid layer instead of the highs, and add it. But don't just keep adding leads because you think you have to. So in this case, as I said, 2 top players, 1 chord and 1 bass. And use reverb. The best way to use reverb is actually on a bus. So in Fruity Loops, as an example, if you go to a standard mixer channel, you can dock it to the right. It's just a bit more, yeah, it's a bit easier to organize. And let's say you use a reverb on this channel, just right click it and route it or sidechain it to that track. And that way you can control the reverb a bit more. So don't try to put the reverb directly on your mixer channel, but use a bus, and you can also use it then for multiple different synths and samples.
Hey guys.
Yeah, sure. I think actually this is a reverb from I believe a hard driver masterclass. I'm not sure. We use the Valhalla vintage verb. If you want, screenshot the settings.
Pause.
And if you use a limiter after it in the compression in the compressor modus, so little secret, if you go in your lead bus and you sidechain it to that track, you can then use that sidechain signal to duck your reverb. So when the lead is playing, it will duck the reverb, and when your lead stop playing, it will then slowly get back up to the high volume of your reverb. Makes it a bit more clean, and that sounds a bit better actually, so that your lead doesn't sound too drowned in reverb when you are playing it in the break or climax. So yes, I will just proceed with the build up. Keep it a bit simple right now.
Working to the fake drop, maybe.
Yeah, we'll first maybe start with the first break. So maybe let's see how far we can come. So we first start with the melody part, make a build up, and try to make a fake / anti drop, and yeah, let's see if where we end in the hour.
And then takke.
So what's always nice for snares in your build up, if you're working in Fruity Loops, you have the pitch range, but if you start pitching when you're playing, your sample shortens and it will sound pretty lame. But if you switch it to Stretch or Stretch Pro and you then pitch, it will not change the length, so it will stay as is and sounds way better. So if you make automation clip, and let's say we want to slowly increase the pitch on the last part of the build up like this. So we will hear that the pitch will increase, but the length of the sample stays the same. So in that case, it will sound way more full and yeah.
More uplifting.
Yeah, more uplifting. Doesn't lose any of the sound quality / detail. So it's always pretty nice to use. Yeah, what's up, Banya? I think it's a punchy kick as well. Get some extra low end in your build up. Shout out to Demi Cannon. Yeah, I said earlier, we usually keep the root note from the melody in the second part, and what's always cool to do is select a region and use the pitch bend to also increase the pitch in the part, so it will build a bit more tension.
What's up, guys?
Yo. Let's see if we can find a cool vocal.
You can also tell something about the key, minor and major.
Yeah, we're currently working in a G sharp. Probably a minor, G sharp minor. Minor usually sounds a bit more dark. Yeah, a bit more dark. And if you want to make some euphoric hardstyle, it's always good to write your chords / melodies in a major key. It usually sounds way more uplifting and yeah, happy. So if you want to make some more euphoric melodies, try to stick in your major key. And yeah, if you want to make some more raw style or some heavier melodies, usually you work in the minor and it will sound pretty good already.
We have come and play the drop for a few seconds, please. I need those kicks in my ears.
So we give a small,
a little small preview. Punch maybe higher.
Yeah, we'll come to the kicks a bit more later once we start working on the. Once we're working on a drop, I think we'll also show you some variations on kicks when you're working with samples. Even if you have one sample, you can make multiple different kicks from maybe one tail or from a punch you will find and try to mix and match them. Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit.
And we also have a question: any free alternatives for Pro Q?
Yeah, I mean every EQ is fine. I think also even the standard parametric EQ from Fruity Loops is pretty okay actually. It almost always does the same thing. You can cut out certain frequencies. So yeah. For the rest, I don't really have any other good replacements for Pro Q. But yeah, I think the standard plugins you will get with FL already are pretty okay. Also from other DAWs, also more than fine actually. See if we can find maybe a cool vocal in near around the A/G key, so you don't have to
pitch too much.
Pitch too much will make you.
Otherwise, you have a chipmunk.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find something maybe in the A.
This is not who I used to be. I lost my emotion. Ooh. I wanna feel alive beneath this.
Not really that experienced with parametric EQ, so I don't know if it adds some unwanted frequencies or not. So I think that if you just Google a bit, you will find a lot of different free. Don't pirate, guys. Don't pirate. Only use free EQs or buy them.
We're gonna get you.
Always support the developers of your synthesizer. That's pretty cool. So first we try to fit it to the tempo just to make it on key on tempo when you have it on a different tempo. Let's change it to the generic and we'll pitch it one semitone down to get in the right.
This is not who I used to be. I lost my emotion.
Tempo?
Should be fine. Maybe we need to align some vocals.
I'm a sinner. Feel numb. I'm a sinner.
Pretty cool.
This is not who I used to be.
Maybe you can add duplicate a few times, like a techno kind of fake drop.
I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner.
Inner one is pretty cool.
I'm a sinner. Sinner, 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 sinner.
Cool.
Yeah,
Sinner, sinner, sinner.
probably missing the transient as well.
I'm a sin. I'm a sin. I'm a. I'm a sinner. I'm a seal.
Try to find a cool kick to use as a or shall we use the bass sound we usually use? Let's see if Divinez basically.
Nice.
Maybe we can use this one. The new one, we're currently working G sharp.
Low pitches.
Yeah,
A fake drop.
maybe we can add some pitch.
Maybe they also have some cool pre-drop vocals.
Yeah, we can get to that later. We can start on 12. Pretty cool. See if we can use an Antler Smile on there, because yeah, Antler Smile is awesome for build-ups, and if you you want to filter it in, automate the intensity. Oh, rhythm mission clip. Good to know. Okay. Maybe we can find something a bit more aggressive as the drop vocal. Maybe some scream vocals. Shut up! Okay, maybe not like that. I think in the hardcore or up-tempo pack there was something cool, I think. Just
Chained and bound, class fucking clown.
maybe that's also cool for the build-up.
Raver. Yeah, we go crazy. Hey, to the hoe, here I go.
Thank you, Kazan.
You know, yeah. Raves, lights, strobe, lights. Go.
Maybe we can do something with this.
Raves, lights, strobe, lights, triggering into raves.
Fine, it's too.
Lights, strobe, lights, triggering intense feelings. Breaking it down, nice and simple. Kick, street, so we going mental. No one deserves
like a short pre-drop vocal.
Yeah.
So you can use the
Blaze it
main
up,
vocal as
everybody, bounce to this. Kick to the bass. Push the scream, scream. We are Rawstyle. So we going mental.
You mean of this one?
I'm a sinner.
Possible.
I'm a,
Mostly we use like pre-drop vocals.
I'm a
That's like
sinner.
that hits a little bit harder in my opinion.
I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I'm a
Pitch it down
sinner.
like sinner, sinner, sinner.
I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner.
Screech.
Maybe something a bit more aggressive, maybe some.
Really hot in here.
Yeah.
Break the fucking door down! Break the boundary! Everybody heavy metal! I'm a motherfucking psycho! Infinity! Metal push it louder!
I'm a sinner.
Push it louder!
Or placeholder.
You can use it for now as a placeholder indeed. Maybe you can find something better later on.
I'm a sinner.
Oh.
Push it loud!
Wish I had those vocals. Yeah, you can buy them.
Yeah, probably from the vocal suite, which Ops already released a bit earlier. I think a few months ago, actually.
Can never find pre-drop vocals. Yeah, we also use Splice a lot for short vocals.
Yeah.
But these packs also mostly have some cool vocals in it.
Maybe add some LFO gated effects on the vocal during the kick effects to make it sound like a cool experimental vocal chop. Then automate some bit crash, rate filter, freak shifter, and raise verb and a small bit. Yeah, thanks for the suggestions. I think we'll keep it a bit more simple for the moment, otherwise we'll take a bit too long. Because we also want to move on to the drop a bit later on, actually, so that's...
Push it louder! Push it louder!
And like a reverb stop.
Yeah, it's always cool to mute your reverb just as the kick drops to give your kick a bit more impact.
Like a wow.
Otherwise will make it sound maybe a bit too how do you say it, a bit too muddy. So just if you just
Someone has some question about kicks and if we have some tips, but we can do later in the stream to make some new kicks and give some tips.
yeah, so the problem is if you already have like an existing sample and it has already too much how do you say it, like if the volume of your kick is pretty high already, so if it's over the 0 decibels, and if you then try to add sub frequencies, it will distort and clip even more. So it's always good to keep your kicks on a certain level. So if you want to add some frequencies, you can do that without really distorting. But we can get to that a bit in a bit. We'll we'll use some of the kicks from the new sample pack to build the drop.
Or maybe we can use the kick from Lyre as basis and do something with some samples around it.
Yeah, we'll check. Make some variations of the drop, and then we'll check. So we'll decrease the reverb a bit, and just before the kick drops, we'll mute the reverb, so it will stop immediately with the verb effect. So if you have this, stops, so it's silent, so it hits way better. Maybe we can also do something like this. Mute it for a second. You just repeat the last word and it'll be okay for now. Maybe we can add a snare as well. So if you use the same snare, just move this to the top a bit.
With the same pitch and automation clip for volume.
Yeah. So that's nice. So if you have an automation clip, just make it unique, and then you can change it without altering the other ones. Maybe not that good for your overall cleanness of the project.
Who cares?
But yeah, who cares actually? Organized chaos, we always say. We automate the volume a bit. Yeah, that's also a pretty good tip actually. So just remove all the lows and then create a new one with silence, serum. Doesn't really matter as long as it has low end, distorted maybe a bit. And also don't forget to make your sub mono so that's what actually is pretty good with Pro Q. You can do mid side EQ. We'll get to that in a bit. Maybe a pre-drop vocal. Snare.
Then we can pack the big snare.
Yeah.
We use that, I think, in all the tracks we have.
I think it's like the big room house snare from back in the days. Oh, nah, it doesn't really matter. We can use it in this. I think we'll start with a gated kick. So to have it a bit more impact and make it a bit more raw. I think that's what all you kids like at the moment. So yeah, I prepared already a kick from the sample pack a bit earlier actually. I think it's I usually keep the kicks around -6 decibels. I think usually in the end stage of mixing, we always mix to -6 dB in the mixer channel, so that the master doesn't reach any higher than -6, so it gives a bit more headroom in your masters. It will, yeah, because mastering shouldn't be that hard actually. Usually, if you keep your mix pretty clean, don't go too crazy with your volumes. So what I also sometimes do, I use something like inflator to limit everything at 0 dB. So if it doesn't clip over 0, and you then don't have to worry that it will sound too boosted at the end. So as you can see, the kick comes in at around 6 dB. And if you mix around that, it should be okay. So in the case, I took one of the kicks from the sample pack. Let's make it unique for a second. So this is the kick. Sounds pretty cool, actually. But it's always nice to change up the punch a bit, add some extra reverb, because if you use a kick without reverb, it will sound dry and not too exciting, and with a bit of reverb on your punch. So that's why we always split the punch from the tail, and then we automate the volume of the or the wet level of the reverb. So if you do this, you will remove the just remove the punch. It's always nice to clip your kicks as well. So always nice to use a wave shaper. This just limits everything at 0 decibels. So if you will see it comes in at 0. If I remove the wave shaper, you will see it slightly starts to clip. Let's open Pro Q for a second. As you can see, it comes in at around +4 actually. And if I am going to add some frequencies, so as you said earlier about distorting, so if I add some frequencies on the low end, you will see it starts to clip like crazy. So that's why, because already the bass sample is pretty loud, so it's always good to control the volumes a bit, clip them off, and just add the frequencies you need so that you don't. And this is one of the nice benefits of the Pro Q. So if you make a low cut, usually around 160, 170 ish, you can change from mid to side. So if you change it to side, everything below 160 will then go to will only be mono, and will sound a bit more clean, and also gives you a bit more headroom in the rest. See, the sound doesn't really change at all. Maybe the samples already also mono-ish, so that's. But usually it shouldn't be changing a sound that much. But it's always nice to have your kicks, at least the sub in mono. It's usually always better to have everything in the lower end of your frequency range always in mono. So it sometimes also helps to just put it on your master channel. That way you can control all the lower end of your track, and have it in mono. So it's not that common anymore, but usually a lot of the club sound systems in mono. So if you have a track with a lot of stereo field and also a lot of stereo in your lower end, it will sound pretty thin and not good in the club. So that's why it's always nice to have at least your sub basses in mono. So that's at least it will hit pretty hard. So when you play it on a big sound system, it will sound good. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, 12 dB headroom is a bit much. Usually we keep -6 dB, but it's I think also a bit of a preference. I know some guys who actually don't leave any headroom at all and just mix straight to 0 dB. Is also possible. But yeah, okay. Kicks. We
have a few,
we put some samples together actually. So let's check. I think
This punch is nice.
this one is actually pretty nice and also in key.
Yeah.
Always try to have your kicks in the same key as the track. There are a few exemptions where it might sound okay.
Yeah, for example, in lights we have track is in key D sharp, but the mid intro is in G.
Yeah, that's something we also do sometimes, because if you have a track in D sharp, it's pretty low, and usually you don't want to have your kicks that low, because it will destroy just the overall sound of your kick. And you can try to find some different keys which match together. I mean, don't quote me on any music theory, because I don't really know. But usually you can also check up on Google just some note scales, and to see, okay, which notes fit together. But usually try just to keep it in the same key. Don't make it too difficult for yourself into working like difficult keys. Usually in E, F, G, and A, it sounds pretty cool already, so you don't have to pitch your kicks all the way down or up. And yeah, that's always good to have. So that's why we also chose to write it on D sharp. It's a pretty good key to have for as well gated but also distorted kicks. I think we always made our distorted kicks around G sharp.
Sometimes F sharp.
Sometimes F, but mostly G sharp. Just stick the kick now at the end. I think just for the time being, we'll put the kick on 0 decibels. I usually do my whole mix at the end. Maybe it's always better to mix in your production phase. So if you add sounds directly, mix it in, will improve your workflow a lot. But I usually just do it like a basic mixing with just around everything 0 dB, and then fix it in the later stage. But so I think we can make some cool kick rolls, which will just increase the drive a bit. Let's make 2 segments of 4 bars.
Maybe after that, like a distorted kick.
Yeah. I think we're also answering a lot of your questions, and just just telling a bit of mixing and standard production. So yeah, that's why we're just trying to make a basic Rawstyle track at the moment, to see, and also to show what you can do with the new sample pack. So
I'll give you some tips.
yeah, just give some tips and see what we can make within like 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Maybe 2 hours.
So we can check.
crime scene.
We try to change the pitch a bit.
There's a bit like some high ones.
Yeah. It's... Make it 5 or 12.
12.
So we should keep this at 11 actually. Increase the pitch of this one as well. Double. Nah, it doesn't really sound that cool with this one.
Can use the tail of the distortion kick instead of the gated tail. And it fits.
Maybe we should use this a bit later. Dude.
Thank you for the stream. If I may ask, how long do you usually spend on making one kick?
Ooh, depends sometimes. If we start from scratch, few hours maybe. Usually we just keep evolving our current samples, layer new stuff under it, change up the punches. So that really depends on the time. I think we didn't really create that many fresh kicks actually, which we just kept evolving the samples we already had from the time. It's always nice, especially if you just trying to make some concepts. Don't try to spend too much time on just one sound. You can always do it later on, so try to make a concept first. That will make it a lot easier in the long run, because if you try to make everything from scratch for every track, you will also not really build up your signature as well. So just try to make a few basic samples. Sometimes if I'm not feeling that inspired and I'm staring at the screen for 3 hours and nothing pops up, I just start to make kicks. I sometimes do that once or twice a month. Make a few samples, and then we just build up like a drop. We have a Dropbox which is sure that I share with each other, and we just put everything on there. So we at least have some samples, and if we start a new concept, we just can drag in the samples we already made, and it will increase your workflow a lot. Otherwise, you will.
Maybe also can check some of it.
Yeah, we can do that maybe later.
We also
Oh, didn't make it unique. Maybe we can also replace it with one of our punches, maybe. Exactly, you just drag and drop as well for your synths and leads. Usually I build or start a new project, and in there I will make a lead template. We'll just write some different melodies in there and see what sounds cool. And then when you think you have a good lead sound, just save all the presets as a channel or with a layer, and just save them somewhere on your PC, in a Dropbox, on OneDrive. Doesn't really matter as long as you have it somewhere. And if you want to use that sound, you just have to drag and drop it, and you have it immediately, so you don't have to completely build up a new lead every time you start a new project. So it's always nice to have at least some samples and presets ready. So this one will sound cool as well.
Maybe layering with some.
They save a lot of time. Just an example, if I go to my mixer states, I see I'll have from a few projects just a basic stuff saved. So as an example, if I want to get the lead presets ready from a last track, Liar, I just have to pop them into the mixer and I'm done. So I don't have to create anything new or have to recreate it from that track. You just put it in your channel and you're done. Let's see if it fits.
This is not who I used to be. I lost my emotions.
Timing is still a bit bad from the vocal. I think we should fix that a bit later.
This is not who I used to be. I lost my emotions. I'm starting to feel numb. I'm a sinner. Push it louder.
The vocal a bit too
Push
high.
it louder. Push it louder.
Maybe we can add a cool screech.
Push it louder.
See if you have something cool in here. Maybe with a bit of distortion. Can be sound. think I don't want the pitch down part at the end, so this LFO just does the pitch in the beginning, so you will get this ramp up effect. Will make it sound a bit more interesting. Maybe add the beat crusher from NS Audio. It's pretty cool for screeches and also vocals. It's a pretty heavy distortion. Bit too heavy for this one. Use like a basic distortion and play a bit with the frequencies. Just by boosting a lot of the mid frequencies and putting a distortion after this, you can create a pretty cool sounds. Maybe also assign it to our lead bus at the moment, so we have some reverb. It's a bit highs. Always remember, guys, if you use distortion on your synths or vocals, distortion will always create unwanted lower frequencies. So try to cut them off, otherwise it will clash with your kick in the drop. I think you also need to...
After generation, yo.
Yo.
Ringballen.
We can make it a bit more interesting. Always cool to work with shorter notes in your screeches. It will increase the drive a bit. Oh. A bit of the lower mids. Sidechaining with screeches is also pretty good to don't lose any transient of your kicks. The gross beat is pretty good for that.
Otherwise, you can use Kickstart for it.
It's also, if you have Kickstart, use Kickstart. But as I said, the standard Fruity Loops plugins are also pretty nice. And we should maybe use a long screech.
Get more of the dollar. Dude.
Can use a long screech.
Long trip,
Yeah. Always nice to play with your pitch. So just automate the pitch band. Make sure it's set to 12 semitones up or down. Just create your automation clip. Start 50% because that's 0.
It was good to put some phaser in it.
Yeah, we could use that. Let's use phaser maybe.
More tenors, I think.
Maybe put phaser before the distortion.
Pitch band.
Yeah. Should keep it at 50%. Pretty Loops doesn't crash at the moment.
Oh.
Oh, bad news.
Also a good tip. Backup.
Save your project.
Save it.
I think it's going to crash. Yep.
Close program.
I think we have to restart Fruity Loops. 1 second.
They can see it.
Well, we can't see the error at the moment, so it will bend back to. Hey, and we're back. That's always good to have the backup function enabled, just for you guys, so that you know. Let's first reattach the mixer to Fruity Loops, so you will see it. Just a friendly reminder, guys. If you go into your file settings, use the autosave function. It will it will save you a lot of time.
This is yeah, often.
It can happen quite a lot. We're back. I don't think we lost too
No,
much.
no. Only the pitch.
Oh, okay, good.
Also cool, like the high one.
Maybe you add some detune to it, make it a bit more fair. Increase. Maybe add some out of O to the some tremolo. Where's effector? Effector. Please. Oh no.
It's there.
Yep. Found it. You can use the
Wait, we don't have sound now, by the way. Okay.
oh god. Jesus. Sorry,
1 second.
sorry guys. 1 second. I think should have sound now. How about now, guys?
Thank you.
Will it fix itself?
Thank you in the comment.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Good.
Pretty dark in here. You mean like in sound or?
Check for a second. Holy fuck.
What?
Oh, it's indeed delayed by quite a much.
Like a half minute?
The hell?
Oh, they sync on up on my end. Okay, like 20 seconds maybe.
Okay.
No audio outside is fine, but until the message arrives, it's not good. Oh, okay. We'll keep that in mind.
It's just quite the delay, I think, from the streaming itself.
Rebuild it. Yeah.
Oh,
It's pitch down, I think.
it's a normal key, so can add another punch.
Way it maybe. This one misses some body.
Yeah, by the way, just do some standard fruity reverb on your punch and automate the wet like this. You get the sucking sound, and it will make the kick a bit more interesting. So with that, makes the kick a bit more interesting, a bit more fuller as well. You can also play a bit with the reverb. So if you have wanted to have a bit more movement in your tail as well, you can also play with the. Pretty cool. Maybe I should add it here as well.
Has some more impact.
It's cool to duplicate the kick, play with the pitches and controls. Also, don't forget to mute your reverb in the kick rolls, otherwise it will sound very muddy. And maybe we also saved the project.
Oh, we didn't. Okay, let's save it.
I'm a singer.
Maybe a famous distorted kick.
Famous. Save that.
Here we have it, the live kick.
Yes.
And it has root key already. You can use that one and maybe pitch the punch.
I think we'll lose the tail from this one. So that's just an example for you guys as well. If you have multiple kicks,
Play the punches.
yeah, try to play with the punches and what's a mix up? Just layer them and see what sounds cool with each other.
I'm a singer.
Maybe the reverb is a bit too much for this kick, so we can play with the volume a little bit.
I'm a singer.
A bit too short.
What she said.
I'm a singer.
I think the tail's the same. The punch like +5.
Assign this to the tail channel for a second. This sounds cooler.
I'm a singer. 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 I'm a singer.
We can also have it high already. And as in the pre-drop.
Up, down, or up, maybe up.
I'm a singer. I'm a singer.
Maybe from the low to mid.
I'm a singer.
Thanks.
I'm a singer.
maybe use our pretty signature kick roll. Delete this one.
I'm a signal.
Like a reverb stop.
Yeah, same as one was here.
I'm a signal. I'm a signal.
Got down the vocal reverb.
I'm a signal.
Maybe now we can play with some shorter screeches.
Doing.
We use this one like +5, for example. No. So +5. Oh, then it also hits different, but more unique. For switch, and then my opinion was to +6 and +3. Hope it will sound decent. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Not enough for supporters. Maybe something like this.
I'm a signal.
Don't forget the crashes.
Yeah. It was also cool to fade the kick a bit out with Endless Smile at the end.
Yeah.
Just to have,
Fade it out.
to have a better transition to the break. Smile, Endless Smile. Made the we keep one empty bar at the end.
I'm a sinner.
It was cool to fade the end of your crash a bit out during kick rolls. So
I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner.
let's check it from the build up.
I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool intro already for the time we worked on this. I think this will also pretty wrap up the time for today. I know, no, guys. If you want to do this or want us to do this a lot more, so maybe also make it a series on, finishing this track completely on stream. Maybe you can head to our Instagram and vote in a poll in a story or something, and tell us if you want to, that we finish this track. Maybe we can make it like a series.
Yeah, maybe we have some other melodies or other
Yeah.
vocals for it to build the whole track. Now we have a pretty cool and decent intro, but I don't think the melody match with the intro. So we can maybe make next time a new melody. We hadn't a lot of time to do it today because we want to focus also on the mid intro parts, and yeah, like that.
Yeah, so if you want, we will drop a story later on. Just vote if you want to do this. If you want to do this a lot more with us together, we can do that. Maybe we can save this project and
Save it now for real.
yeah, and save it now, which I already did already, but save it again, and we will keep it for the next one and build it with you guys together. I think that could be a cool series. Completely, community made Hossa track with you guys.
Mhm.
So we'll play the drop one more time. I think we'll wrap it up for today.
Yes.
And
Thank you for watching. Maybe we see each other next time. And well, what a woman said, go to Instagram. We'll post a story with a voting poll if we should finish this track.
yes, one more time, and after that we'll head off and speak to you pretty soon, I hope. So see you guys.
Ciao, ciao.
I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner.
So yeah, that was it. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.
Nice weekend.
Bye bye.